Two-run homer his first time up. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Two on, one out.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
The 1-1. And a judge takes a strike. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. Traffic on the bases with one already in at bottom half of inning number 2. 1-2 now. That's a little bit low. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. That's the first cutter we've seen today, and it was effective. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Here's Stanton now. He's 0 for 1.
No, that's out.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
2 aboard, 2 outs. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Very high with that one. Full count now. Jazz Chisholm Jr. on deck for the Yankees. McMahon over at second. Grisham on at first with 2 down. And that'll load the bases.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now at the plate. Fly to left his first time.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Big RBI for him right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. On the ground, right side. Contreras takes it himself. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We played 2 full. It's the Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 1. Decisive third game of the wild card round. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. The 1-0. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. So now back to the top of the order.
up next for the Red Sox.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. He's 0 for 1.
Yeah, what?
And the lefty with the 0-1. Late with the swing there.
0-2
That's it,
fastball
ball.
way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. He makes the grab.
Up next for the Red
And
Sox,
here's a look at
the
how he's
17,
using his pitches in this one.
Anthony.
One out man at first. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox.
Hurt.
Oh, 1 now. And that one is
Ball.
inside. Rudder takes off. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Man at second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2-2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. This one in the air, right field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
No, that's inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Stays alive. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. And that'll do it. One left for the Red Sox. They're down 5-1. Set for the bottom of the third. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ahmed Rosario.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Handles, throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And the batter now, Ben Rice. 0 for 1 so far. Yeah, that's fouled off. This one in the air, center field. Anthony under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees,
Austin Wells will hit next. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. In there at the knees. It's 0-1. Late swing, foul to the left. Two down, nobody on.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Backed off the plate that time. That one lifted to left. Duran drifts towards it. And that is the third out of the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Game 3 moves on to the 4th. It's the Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 1. You're watching the American League Wild Card Series on the show. New inning getting started. So stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. Weathers back to work. And that is out of play.
You know, these Red Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Fought off foul.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Got him looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Ellos no quieren sacarla, le estoy poniendo la bola mitad para que la saquen, para que se ponga bueno el juego. No quieren.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Right in the middle, look. Oh.
Base hit center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next for the Red Sox, Caleb Durbin. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Cuidado con el robo, Cuidado con el robo.
In the air, right field. 2 away now. Next is the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida. Flying to right his first time. The Red Sox down by 4 here in this decisive Game 3 of the Wild Card Series. And base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So digging in, Carlos Narvaez.
Oye, Carlos, tú estás mirando el juego, tu tocayo.
In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. That one is absolutely belted, and foul ball. Makes the catch, inning over. Boston. Back for more from the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Anthony moving back for this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 2 for 2. Oh, great stop. And they get the out. 2 down, base is empty. It's Aaron Judge now. He's already homered here in this one.
Way back.
That missed by a lot. 2-1. This one in the air, right field.
Yeah.
That went over. It's a ground rule
That's
double.
an automatic double. So runner at second, 2 down. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. He is struck out and he is walked. Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is still in time, and they get it out of the play. 1 left for the Yankees. They're up 5-1. Back in the Bronx, so stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. In the air to left center, Grisham on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. Swings through that one. 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Fastball for a strike.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with the loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon.
Mira, home run.
The 0-2. The Yanks leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. The 0-2.
3 millones mirándome.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Señores, comenten, dejen su super chat en YouTube. Mándale su super chat a su jugador favorito.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Rosario tosses the first.
Mándale su super chat.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Greg Weisser.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Way back. Bang, bang.
He gets there with the slide. Throw to
sí corre,
first,
¿eh?
and that's a great play for the out.
A few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, the reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Here comes Belly to take his cuts. He's already homered in this game. This one popped up. Rafaela should have this one. And there's 2 away.
Next for the Yankees,
Ahmed Rosario digs in now.
Rosario.
Man,
Hit
Dominicano.
hard on the ground is short. Tosses to first, and they go down fast. 3 out. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. And now, Wilson Contreras.
Mira tú el que está mirando ahí. Slow motion. Look. Ah, ah. Okay.
You know, these Red Sox just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2.
Ay, Dios mío. Ay, el loco mío, Carlos Lora. El mío.
Set down on strikes. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way, coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff pouring in on his hands.
This one in the air center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Story in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a old strike. Jake Bird into the game.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Out towards right center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees.
Number 22, Ben Rice.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour.
Oh, now a great stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells.
What? Pero no me deja repetir la vaina. ¿Qué? Yo vi que trae, mira la vaina, ¿dónde está?
Yo one.
High
fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run.
Hello. See ya.
Another homer. His second homer of the night. And they add a run. It's 6-1.
Play with the Yankees.
One down. Here's Ryan McMahon now. 1 for 2. And a base hit right there.
Iba a matarlo.
So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
Third time through the order now. And now the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Ball. Yeehaw!
The 1-1 is fouled off.
That's a ball.
Outside. And that's ball 3. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. High fly ball, right field. And there are 2 outs. Here comes Aaron Judge.
For the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Judge rips that one, and it stays fair. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. They're waving McMahon home. In to score from first. An off throw to second, and they almost caught him, but he's back in time. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And a foul ball. Right down the chute. That is strike 2.
Absolutely frozen on that. Right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. They limit. Decisive third game of the wild card round. So stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin.
Hee-haw!
And the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. And talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And the 0-2. Got him. One away.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Number 7.
And now the DH, Masataka Yoshida.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run. Lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez.
Yeah!
Close,
No,
but called a
ball.
ball. Ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Down low, it kicks away. To second. Not in time. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Nope. Ball.
Just
No, that's
missed.
down. Ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the late stages of game 3. That's a strike. They're now 3-1. Next offering is fouled back. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The Yankees up big in this one here in this decisive game 3 of the wild card series. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Touchdown, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Johan Oviedo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Nice grab. And very nicely done for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Bellinger at the plate now, and that's strike 1. That's through there for a strike. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Garrett Whitlock, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Here's the 0-2. On the ground. Oh, great grab on the dive. Throw is low, and oh, nearly a great play. The scoop goes in and out of the glove.
Man, that was a great effort to lunge and pick that one at first. The throw was way short, but he almost bailed him out. Just couldn't get it to stick in the mitt.
At the plate, Ahmed Rosario. That clips the corner. Oh, and 2 now. Got him looking. That's out number 2.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
And that one ripped to left. That ready to begin the 8th. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
That's a ball. That's
Bird
down.
in his 4th year, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. Hammered down the right side, but foul. One, two now. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. First out in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Roman Anthony.
Now the number 2 hitter, Roman Anthony. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Bird throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. Strike 2.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
The flip to the pitcher covering. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
The first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
2 down, base is empty. Here comes Wilson Contreras. What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch. Because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone, you got a better chance of having success.
Nope, ball.
Two down, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss. Can't make contact with the sweeper. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. It's the Yankees 7 and the Red Sox 1. Back at Yankee Stadium, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today.